This game is hard to play. Let's talk about that. How's it going, Habibis? I don't know how this video is gonna go, or how these duels are gonna go, excuse me, I should say. But I do know that I did want to just talk to you guys about the current state of Master Duel and why I think we're in a rough spot and why I think we might have some good things coming in our future, hopefully. I like to remain optimistic that Konami will do the right thing. And before we get into that, I do want to state I am playing my Chimera deck. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of success with it. As my opponent here contemplates, an Ash Blossom would actually cook me here. Luckily, they don't have that. Good. So anyways, yeah, I really think that this deck is fun. I think this is probably, besides my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, this is probably my most competitive deck. So if you guys want to see more videos using this deck, let me know. Yeah, this guy messed up. He should have asked the first one. Let me know, because I'll gladly do more videos with this deck. I'm having fun with it. It's pretty decent, and also on top of that, it's a deck that was used by Yugi, you know, Chimera, kind of his archetype, so you love to see it. Nevertheless, guys, also, if you want a combo video, let me know. I'll do combo video for this deck. Yu-Gi-Oh's in a rough spot, right? It's tough to play this game. Downright unbearable. If you look at the numbers, which maybe I'll pull them up after this duel, the Master Duel community is kind of leaving right before our very eyes, right? Everybody is turning their back on this game. Even the competitive players, they're saying how much they are not enjoying playing Master Duel, how much they are sick of the meta, sick of everything that's happening with it. And to be honest with you, I don't really blame them. I think this game is in a very tough stretch, with Malice being the primary deck that you're seeing and Ryziel being second, and basically that makes up 70 to 80% of the representation on the ladder. I think it makes sense that people are kind of sick of it. And these decks are at such high levels because, you know, it's like I stated in the past, they keep raising the bar, right? First it was Sword Soul. Sword Soul used to be a great deck. Then it got, you know, basically outclassed over time. Then it became, you know, whatever was next after that. You know, Drytron was made before that. Then it was Branded. Then it was Tearlaments. You know, it just keeps going on and on and on. Until we get to a point where it's like, you run into these Malice players and they're just like so cracked out. They're able to do so much. What do we as Dark Magician players or Rogue players or anybody that doesn't want to play meta in general, what are we to do? Not much, to be honest with you. Not much. So it does make sense why people are leaving the game. And there's a number of problems with the game besides just the decks that we're facing. For instance, Maxi being involved still. Everyone hates Maxi. I get it, you know. And with Fua in the game, I used to be one of the people that was like, yeah, I get why Maxi exists. I'm not saying I like it, but I get why it's there. Now I'm just like, dude, it's time to kill the bug. You know what I'm saying? It's time to be done with it. But we're not doing it for whatever reason. Konami just refuses to call it quits on Maxi. And to be honest with you, it's kind of crazy to see, because I think it's enough is enough. And I think there's no doubt that they have to see the things that we see. They have to see the numbers. They have to see that this game is like slowly just falling into obscurity, right? I think last time I checked, there was 14,000 players on Master Duel in the last 30 days. That is like an all-time low. That's very low number for this game. So what are we doing? Why are we doing this, Konami? You know, where is the good ban list? Where is the ban list that saves everything? Where's the ban list that, you know, fixes this game? It is doable. It is fixable. You know, it's there are some changes that could be made that could really change this game for the better. Why are we not doing it? It's really a legitimate question, you know, and it's one only Konami can answer. However, I'm not blowing smoke up people's rear end. I do think that they will find an answer, and we will be in a better situation. Now, I'm just guessing. I'm going to be honest with you. Overall, I'm guessing. But I do think that given the response by the player base, I think they have no choice but to listen but to basically use their spies to decipher what the players want and for them to execute and to do it. I think it's only a matter of time, because they've already issued complaints. Konami Japan has issued complaints about how Master Duel sales have not translated to TCG sales, but at least they had the Master Duel sales to begin with. Now they don't even have the Master Duel sales. So they're certainly going to be disappointed. They're certainly going to be angry and want things to change. And I think they will eventually change things. It's just a matter of time. With that also being said, I think with the new Dark Magician support, hopefully coming soon, we'll see. I do believe that there is a good chance that we will... I do believe that there is a great chance, actually, I should say. A great chance that we will see an increase in the player base because of the DM support. And this is just something that I've noticed over the years. When Dragons of Legend first came out, that was the set that released Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight and the Eye of Timaeus and all that stuff. When that first came out, there was a huge increase in the player base. There was a huge increase in old school nostalgic players wanting to get in on this set, wanting to play the set because, you know, it had the cards from the original anime that, you know, a lot of people longed for a while. By the way, this is a crazy combo that we're pulling off here. This is our normal Chimera combo. This is what we could cook up, so hopefully you guys are paying attention. But anyways, I do think, as the guy scoops, I do think that we have some reinforcements on the way, hopefully. And I hope that with the new DM support, that people are going to come back to the game, flock back to the game, and hopefully that it will also be matched with a new ban list that reinvigorates the community. Now, these are the numbers that I was talking about here. So actually, last 30 days, 12,000 players. That's an all-time low. 13,000 for the month of August, another all-time low. Almost 14,000. Every month, you've seen it go down, right? February is the anniversary month, which unfortunately, if I had to guess, I think this is February 2026 is probably when we'll see the new DM support, and you'll see a huge spike in players again. But that huge spike is not going to be sustained if they don't make legitimate changes to the game. Now, what are these changes? You know, I could only name a few random ones that I think of. But realistically, I think they have to do some major stuff for us to stick with the game, because I don't know, man. These numbers are alarming. As a Master Duel content creator, right? These numbers are alarming for me. And as a Yu-Gi-Oh fan in general, these numbers are very alarming, because it just goes to show. I mean, this is a huge drop off. Look at this. July was 40,000, then 36,000, then all the way of a drop of a peak players to 25,000. That's a humongous drop. Humongous drop. So we're a far cry from our original 162,000. You know, that's expected, obviously, but to see the player base drop to 12 grand, 12K, 12 grand, it's really sad, you know. But realistically, what changes can we see in this game? I just want a meta where we can legitimately play other decks, you know, where it doesn't only have to be Malice or Ryziel or Tearlaments like it was in the past, or Branded. You know, I want variety, and I think a lot of people want variety. There will always be a best deck, but we need to make certain changes. This being one of them, right? These Malice cards... Malice, I spelled wrong. These Malice cards being hit is another big thing. Malice that we need as well. You know, it's tough. It's tough to survive when your opponent always has March Hare. It's tough to survive in a meta where this deck exists. I do think the Yummy archetype is a step in the right direction. That's another thing that I was thinking when I said that I think we are having a better future ahead of us. I think Yummy is a little bit better. It's still one card combo-y, but it's less so than the malice stuff. You know, it's definitely a little bit healthier. It's a step in the right direction. But we got to get there. We got to survive, guys. For me, you already know I'm going to stick with this game, you know, till death do us part. You know, I love this game. I hate to see where it's going, but I have faith that Konami will fix it. I don't know. Maybe call me a hopeless fool. But let me know in the comments below. Let me know, what do you guys think? How can we fix this game? How can Konami fix this game? Not we, because I mean, we can't do jack crap. But how can Konami fix this game? What are some changes that you guys would like to see? And let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button for me. And share it with your friends, because, you know, I want to know what people think. I want to know how we could fix it. Everybody always talks about Maxi. It's more than just Maxi. Yes, that's a problem, but I believe this is more a symptom of the problem. I believe the hand traps are a symptom of the problem. I think there's more to it than that. I personally, if you guys have seen me on stream, I talk about this a lot. I think we need a new Master Rule. A new Master Rule with major changes in it. And maybe in another video, I'll talk about what I think those Master Rule changes should be. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear it. And yeah, I mean, going forward, until the new DM support comes out, we'll probably be trying other decks. You'll be seeing heroes coming up soon. We'll also be doing some Dino stuff, and we'll be practicing with the new DM content. So be sure to be subbed to the channel, because you don't want to miss any of it. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to bring some excitement to the game as much as we can. I'll see you guys in the next one. Habibis, take care of yourselves. Go out of your way to make somebody's day special. Peace and love, all right?